Hey, what's up? Duff here. You are on my Insta360 camera. I haven't been on the 360 in a little while. Thought I would use that as my camera to document my range test on the Inmotion V12. We are going to be heading out to Ave Maria. I'm geared up pretty well. It's about 90 degrees, so it's hot. My riding weight is probably about 195 pounds. Right here's how much it is in kg. Let's see. I have my wrist-mounted GPS that we're going to be using to track distance and speed. And yeah, let's get this show on the road. Just took it off the charger. Should be at 100%. And we'll see how the V12 does. Hopefully well. Right here you see some of the remains of the yard sale that took place here yesterday. Cindy and Katie had a yard/plant sale. Didn't generate quite the amount of traffic that they were hoping, but they did get rid of some stuff. Now I did, you might hear this, I have the wave sound turned on. It was turned off by default, which I was kind of surprised about. It's that electronic sounding sound coming from the wheel that correlates with the speed. The faster you're going, the louder and more intense it gets. I might turn it off for this test just because it might be annoying. You're trying to hear me while you're hearing the wave sound going on at the same time, but I think I do kind of like it. I like the sound. I like the ability to make it easier for people to hear you coming up from behind. So I think I'll pull off over here and quickly turn it off. Very easy to turn on and off, but I do kind of like it, so I think I will normally have it on. Another one of the things that, one of the many things in the V12 that are unique that have a good chance of being incorporated into other vehicles in the future. Let's see, where is it? It's called Soundwave. I think I said wave sound, Soundwave. Alright, so that's off. So now we are tracking the trip in the Inmotion app as well as the GPS. So here we go. So my intent is to keep my speed like in the mid-20s, somewhere around 25 miles an hour, because that's the speed that I'm very comfortable riding. And we're going to see if we can go all the way to Ave Maria and back. I'll do my normal ride, which is usually works out to be like between 34 and 35 miles. And I'm hoping that I can make it without a major issue, because Cindy is actually busy doing something, so I don't really have a safety net if I run out of juice. So, not the smartest thing, but I've never been accused of being very smart. This is my first time riding the wheel in direct sunlight, and yes, the screen is not very visible at all right now, as other people have reported. Now I do have a glare screen. It's for a phone. It's for a phone that I did buy that I was going to try to put on here to see if it makes any difference. We'll see. I think sunglasses actually might make it worse too. All right, here we go. Heading to Ave Maria. Should be a blast. Oh, hopefully we don't get wet too. There are some gray clouds around, so we shall see. Although I did promise E. Simon I would do a rain test, so maybe you'll get your wish, buddy. We'll see. All right, so this is this is like 25 miles an hour right here. Feels like a good speed to do a real-world range test. I think I mentioned earlier, it's about 90-some degrees right now. Off and on overcast, and not particularly windy, which is a good thing, because this route is straight out, straight back. So if you are hitting wind, you're hitting it for a very long period of time, which can negatively affect your range. Now, I am still running my tire pressure in the mid-20s, you know, which is more comfortable for me, mid to upper 20s. So not the best thing for a range test. Usually, you know, you want higher PSI to maximize your range, but for feel at speed, I prefer lower PSI. Got something going on over there at the school. I'm not sure if it's a football thing, a track meet. I have no idea what it is, but there's something going on a Sunday. I've been spending some time digging through the app and the various settings for the wheel. I mean, this thing is so tweakable. I mean, you can adjust pretty much anything. You know, the acceleration behavior, the braking behaviors, obviously the softness of the pedals. Has a mode called split mode where you can have independent settings. You know, instead of just having, you know, like a hard, medium, and soft, you could adjust it so you have, you know, a hard characteristic when accelerating, a softer characteristic when braking. I mentioned earlier all of the adjustments with the lights. You know, the way you can customize the lights. You can customize all the sound effects on the wheel. As you saw earlier, you can put your little logo on the screen. I have my No Skill Zombie Rider logo on one of the screens on the wheel. Very, very tweakable. That being said, I just have the wheel in off-road mode, which is basically hard mode, hard pedals. And I have the speed unlocked to a max of 70 kilometers an hour with the speed warning set to their maximums as well. That's really the only adjustments that I have done to this wheel, just FYI. And we'll see how it is. You know, I don't know. I'm not the type that likes to go crazy with dialing in settings. It reminds me that the settings on this wheel are similar to what you can do on one wheels. A year or two ago, One Wheel introduced this kind of customization as far as the behavior, and this really reminds me of that. It really does, and it's a good thing. You know, who doesn't want more choices? Okay, approaching Everglades Boulevard. This is the 5-mile mark on the ride. Let's do a little battery check. It's a little early to do a battery check, but we'll do one. Don't text and ride, guys. Well, it shows my remaining range. Let's see. I can't quickly tell what the battery percentage is at. It says I have 90 miles left, which we all know is not true, but if I could see the wheel, the display on the wheel better, I'd be able to tell you. To your left, you can see the massive construction going on. This area that used to be primarily farmlands, a lot of it they are targeting to become additional communities, villages. Not to the scale of Ave Maria, but it's going to be crazy, man. This place in 5 years is going to be much different than it is right now, and it's already much different than it was, you know, 20 years ago when I moved here. Did have some good news. I talked a couple videos ago about how I was trying to sell. I was in the process of trying to sell one of my 2 pieces of investment land that I had down here, and I actually closed on that sale yesterday, so it's a done deal. It was an investment. It was a bad investment where I lost not quite half of what I invested, but probably 40%. but at least I'm not paying property tax on it anymore. At least I can slap the proceeds on my home equity line of credit to get that paid down. So, one down, one to go. And I'll be out of the land business. The sun's behind the cloud. I was able to glance down at the battery. 79% it shows. I'm 8 miles, 8.35 miles. Well, it's a little short actually. I'm actually about 8.5 miles into the ride. So, trying to do some rough math. I really don't want to push this wheel. I need to be able to get back. So as I experienced when I rode this the other day at speed, feels very, very uneventful at higher speeds. For a 16-inch wheel, cannot complain about the stability whatsoever. Feet are hurting somewhat. That could be for several reasons. I was busy doing stuff around the house all day yesterday on my feet a lot, so it could be that. But you know, we're just approaching 10 miles, and my feet are they're starting to feel a little squirrely already. So, just FYI. So, did anybody else go and put their $100 deposit on one of these new wheels that's coming out? E-Wheels is taking deposits on the Abrams, the veteran Abrams, the Commander, which again, its lineage is very strange. It's like a bastard of Bugatti, Gotway, and Extreme Bull. But you can put a deposit on that, or you can put a deposit on the soon-to-be formally announced KingSong S20. And if it was me, because I did put a deposit on one of those three wheels, which one did you think I put a deposit on? Yes, the KingSong, the S20. And believe me, I think you're going to want to put a deposit on the S20 as well. Just take my word for it. Here we are at the entrance of Ave Maria. Thus far, the V12 has performed as expected. Smooth, enjoyable. But let's check those battery numbers soon, right? Let's glance down in the shade. Battery showing 72 to 71%, and I'm about a little less than 13 miles. So I think we're okay, but I need to crunch some more numbers when we sit down. Entering the town center. See these check-in signs here for orientation. So maybe the students are just coming back now. Seems a little late though, right? Because our high school's already back in session. I thought college was already back in session, but maybe not. So here we are. And off to the side, you see the iconic Ave Maria Church. Hey guys, guess what I bought yesterday? A recliner. You know you're old when you get excited about buying recliners, right? I haven't had a recliner in years and years and years, and the one I had previously just was never that comfortable. So Cindy and I went out and we picked out one that I think will be comfortable. And of course it's power. It's a power recliner, where you can adjust your feet and head independently, and plug in your USB devices as well. We're in the home stretch to the halfway mark. Hopefully my favorite pavilion is not being occupied right now, so I can get a drink of rusty warm water and just take the load off my feet and check the numbers. See how the V12 is stacking up at the halfway mark. Oh, we made it. We made it. But I forgot the mic isn't on that camera. Oh well. Alright, so here we are, halfway, and as you saw there, we are at 64% battery according to the display. Now, simple math, you know, is saying if you guess that we use 36% on the way here, you would think, okay, well you'll use 36% on the way back, you should be fine. That has not always been the case. There have been times where my halfway number and my final number are drastically different. I wind up using a lot more, lose power faster as I get deeper into the pack, but who knows, we'll see. Yeah, 23.5 average speed so far, according to the app. And on my GPS, I'm showing that we've done just about 17 miles altogether, actual mileage. Funny. The Inmotion app thinks that we went 18.6 miles. So, you know, it's just another testament to you can't trust app speeds and distance. It is never 100% accurate. Hopefully we can trust app battery levels, right? It says that the voltage on the wheel right now, let's see. Oh wow, I know someone pointed this out to me before. Look at this. The app shows 1% battery. Someone noticed that when I showed a picture of the screen before, that the app is not reflecting accurate battery levels for some reason. I guess I should let somebody know that. I'm just trying to see what the current voltage is, damn it. Okay, voltage right now is 92.5 volts after 17 miles. 92.5. It says the motor temperature is 150 degrees. The main board is 122 degrees. Yeah, the hottest thing is the motor temperature, 150 degrees. Whew. Okay, let me get a drink of some shitty water, and we're just gonna revert back before the skies get worse and or it gets hotter. Freaking boil spaghetti in this stuff. Oh my god, it's hot. ASMR. If there's a fan in here, I don't hear it. I don't think there is. I think it's like the V11. No fan. Yeah, I guess that's good. Or not. Just left the Ave Maria entrance. Now doing the long and uncomfortable push back. Feet are tingly and numb. Yeah, not that I don't deal with that on a regular basis anyways, but yeah, they are. And since there's absolutely no way that I would be able to sit on this thing, my only option is to keep kind of adjusting the feet, you know, and stop and take a little break if I need to. Still trying to cruise the same speed until I'm told by the wheel that I shouldn't do that. Feels like I have a tailwind right now, and that usually is a positive thing when it comes to range performance, so cross your fingers. Just glanced down at the wheel, showed them at 50% battery, and I'm just crossing the 23 mile mark. Probably about 23 and a quarter miles because I started my GPS a little late. So a little over 23 miles, half the battery gone according to the on-screen indicator. Right now it feels like I have two nubs at the end of my legs. I really, I really can't feel my feet at all. Oof. Maybe being on spiked pedals so much has spoiled me. I don't know. It's weird, but man, we're over 25 miles and my feet are gone. Definitely. Now crossing the 27-mile marker. This is right about where the V11 kind of conked out on me when I was doing my high-speed range test in the V11. It stopped about 27. I put it into go home mode and I got about another 100 yards and I had to call Cindy. So it looks like we are going to eclipse that easily on the V12. Guys, I'm still carrying 25, 26 miles an hour right now. And I hate to say that because I'll jinx myself, but yeah, I'm less than 4 miles from home, still carrying 25, 26 miles an hour. Can't beat that. All right, we're gonna finish up on the GoPro. The battery on the 360 just died, so we're going to finish up the ride on the GoPro. No big deal. Battery 34%, and I am like 1.5 miles from home. Have not received a single speed limit. Have not been tilted back. Have not said please decelerate. None of that. We're just going, man. Looks like the V12 is going to be my second serious Ave Maria cruiser. It can do it without me doing less than 20 miles an hour. Good deal. And I am not worried about making it home at this point, so I'm going to actually swing in here to the county park that's under construction. The county park that was supposed to be done and open in July. Still not open, but supposedly closed. I think last time I heard was fall. Not that surprising. Considering all of the impacts that anything and everything COVID related has on just about anything and everything you can imagine. So go back here and see what's going on. It's funny, they actually have up more construction fencing than they had previously in the project. They have this more closed off than it used to be. It looks like they're working on a bunch of the outbuildings, getting the outbuildings finished up. I don't see, I'm looking over where the water park is supposed to be. I'm not seeing anything significant over there going on yet. They had the supports built for the water slide, but I don't see anything else going up yet. Fields totally look done though. Heck, they could play soccer there right now if they wanted to. Can't wait till this is open, guys. It's going to be a great addition to our area and something that I hope to utilize on a regular basis. Okay, here we are. We're within the last mile now. Let's see. This is hard to do. A little awkward with a 6-foot pole sitting here. Still cruising 23, 24. Still not a single beep. Not a single tilt back. Not a single warning. Okay, approaching the driveway. 24 miles an hour. We did it. We did it. Someone took the chair, but not Cindy's pinata. That's a shame. Quick pinata story. That pinata is something that Cindy made for Katie's baby shower, I think. And it's, for whatever reason, it's been around the house since then. You know, I guess she's been sentimental about it because, you know, she spent a lot of time on it, did a nice job on it, but to be honest, we don't need a cactus pinata around the house. So that was one of the items that she was going to try to get rid of at the yard sale. I believe it had the very attractive price of free. Unfortunately, nobody took it, and we went to Goodwill this morning to get rid of whatever else we didn't get rid of at the yard sale, with the piñata being one of those items. So we're emptying stuff out of the truck, and the Goodwill guy's there, and he's kind of like telling us there's certain things that they will and will not take, and took almost everything. But then when we tried to give him the piñata, he goes, no, no, with a very serious look on his face. He didn't want anything to do with the piñata. So yeah, poor piñata, can't find a home for the piñata, but life goes on, right? All right, so hey, I would say the V12 passed that range test with flying colors. On the GPS, that was about an hour and 52-minute ride. And according to the GPS, 34.84 miles. And I started the GPS between a quarter and a half mile late. So that was over a 35-mile ride. Probably 35 and a quarter, 35 and a half. And yeah, I carried a comfortable speed that entire time. I never felt like I was limiting myself. Average speed for the ride, 23.7 miles an hour. Can't complain. Let's see, temperatures of the wheel right now, 126 degrees. Not too shabby, right? Take a picture of that. And the app thinks that we actually did 38.2 miles, which we did not. So yeah, range ability for the V12, check. That is a strong range for me. That's enough range for me. That makes me feel happy. It does, makes me feel happy. It seems to manage the battery better than the V11 does. So after 35 miles, 29% battery. And I guess I should take a picture of that, right? Because if you don't document it, it didn't happen in this world. There we go. 29%. Awesome. All right, guys, I don't know what else to say. There's more to do in the V12, more to check off, but range-wise, it did well. If you enjoyed this video, please take a second and give it a big thumbs up. This is your first time visiting the channel. You can always subscribe, or at least consider subscribing. And if you subscribe, you can consider hitting the notify bell, which is over there somewhere, which will notify you of all new videos that are posted to the channel, and live streams and stuff in the community area, all kinds of stuff. If you're really a fan of the channel, you can consider joining the channel, becoming a member. Being a member comes with a number of perks. You can read about them if you hit the join button down below. Right here are our current members. I have 4 members, and I appreciate your support very much. And I think it's just about it. Let me know what you thought about that performance in the comment section below. And hope you had a good weekend. It's mid-Sunday afternoon, it's hot as hell, and I'm gonna go probably drink an alcoholic beverage while I edit this. So that's it, guys. Until next time, definitely out. This thing is like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. Maybe if I put it upright, someone will want it. There we go. Come on, baby, stay. There we go. 3-chair and piñata.